When you take a live photo, you can edit them after you shot them, like crop them or apply filters. And developers can capture and edit live photos within their applications with iOS 10. Developers are really excited that in iOS 10, you can now capture raw DNG files directly from the camera sensor and do even more complex editing. And for the first time with iPhone 7, they can also get wide color in their photos that they take as well. So this is the best camera we've ever made on any iPhone. We also have the best camera we've ever had on the front side as well. There's a new 7-megapixel FaceTime HD camera for those selfies and those FaceTime calls we make. This is up from 5 megapixels. The sensor includes new pixel technologies that we've used on the backside, like deep trench isolation. If you remember what that is, it helps us get sharper images as the pixels get close together. It also captures wide color images. So throughout the system, we're applying wide color and does auto image stabilization. So this shot that you see up here on the screen, that was taken from the front side camera, unedited exactly as it can take a beautiful selfie. So this is the iPhone 7 camera. New 12-megapixel camera system with optical image stabilization, wider f1.8 aperture, 6 elements in the lens. That sensor is 60% faster. Now a quad tone flash, our incredibly fast ISP, and wide color capture. It is the best camera ever in an iPhone. So, if you can't tell, I love cameras. I love them. And this has got me so excited because if that is the best camera we've ever made in an iPhone, what is left for iPhone 7? And this is what we're doing on iPhone 7 Plus. It's plus a second camera. There's now 2 12-megapixel cameras built in the iPhone 7 Plus. One has the wide-angle 28-millimeter lens, the same as the iPhone 7. The other is a telephoto 56-millimeter lens. Well, why have 2 complete cameras with 2 lenses? Well, to explain it, let me show you a traditional point-and-shoot or DSLR and how the lens can work. As you know, and we have many of these cameras in our lives, you can change the focal length of your lens to zoom in. That's how we get a zoom feature. And that works great when you have a large camera with a big lens on it that you can move in and out. That isn't so great on the lens you want to put in something that goes in your pocket or your purse. So we know with 2 cameras and 2 different lenses, we can create built-in to the iPhone. It takes an incredible amount of hardware and software to do it in a way that we can all enjoy, and the team has done something remarkable. So how does it work? The same as before. You go into the camera app to take a picture. But now, there's a new button right there on the screen. Let me blow it up a teeny bit. It says 1x. It's right above the shutter. And when you go to take a picture, it's using the wide-angle lens and taking a picture just as always. But now with this button, you can do one of 2 things. First, you can just tap it, and it jumps to 2x. Now you're taking a picture with a telephoto lens. You're getting the same high-quality 12-megapixel picture with a beautiful optical lens, no software needed. The second thing you can do is you can put your finger on it and drag across it. And you can zoom from 1x to 5x. And as you go beyond 2x, you're doing software zoom. But now, since it's starting with that telephoto lens, the quality of that image is 4 times better than before with software zoom. In fact, it's so much better, we decided to push it even further, all the way up to 10x. So now, so as you see here, now with iPhone 7 Plus, you can go from 1x to 10x. Optical zoom at 2x, and great software zoom after that. Here's an example of 2 photos side by side. The one on the left taken at 1x, the one on the right at 2x. Both with beautiful optical lens quality. Both are great examples of taking low-light pictures now with incredible new cameras in iPhone 7 Plus. So that's the camera in iPhone 7 Plus, joining iPhone 7 with this great new zoom feature. There's one other use of this camera that we challenged our engineering team to do as an extra credit project. It really was. It's something that is incredibly challenging and takes a lot of amazing invention. But what they've been doing is astounding. And it's something that's a big breakthrough in photography. And we want to give you a sneak peek of this feature. Now, to explain it, I'm going to bring up a picture. This is a picture that was taken with a very high-end camera. And so it will help us illustrate the feature we're trying to achieve. So let me bring up a picture. You see in this beautiful portrait, the gentleman in the front is pin sharp in focus. And that background has a beautiful blur. This is called shallow depth of field. This is a technique that's really useful for things like portraiture. And it's something that is illustrative of a great camera that has often a very big sensor, like a full-frame sensor, or a really big, fast lens. And the quality of that background blur, that's what's called bokeh. And the higher the quality of the bokeh, usually, the more advanced and higher quality the lens and camera system. And the ending result is it feels almost 3D, like the person's popping off the screen. It is a beautiful photo. So our goal is to try to do something like this using the two cameras in the iPhone 7 Plus. And what the engineering team has been doing, hardware and software working together, is truly remarkable.
So how does it work?
What they're able to do is when we take a picture, is to use the ISP to scan the scene, to use machine learning to recognize people and faces, and then create a depth map of that image from the two cameras and the software. Keep the people in the front sharp and focused and apply a beautiful blur to the background. This is a huge breakthrough in what can be done on a smartphone in photography. So how do you do it? Well, it couldn't be easier. Again, we go to the camera app, you go to take a picture, where you normally select the style of the picture, so panorama or square, there's a new style that says portrait. You select portrait, it automatically jumps to using the telephoto lens, because that 56mm lens is great for portrait lens, and automatically you see the depth effect. Now what's remarkable is that before you take a picture, as you're looking at your iPhone screen, you are seeing that blur in the background. It is being generated in real time as you're looking at your screen. Even high-end DSLRs can't do real-time deep depth preview in their screens. This is an incredible breakthrough. So now I'm going to show you the first picture we've ever shown the world of a depth of field photo taken from an iPhone 7 Plus with this new feature. Before I do, I have to come clean on something because I wasn't entirely honest before. The picture I showed you before, this was taken on an iPhone 7 Plus. It is stunning. Again, we've given some photographers early access to a 7 Plus and this software feature, and they've been blown away by how it performs. Let me just give you one quote from a photographer. Jason Aceto said, "I loved the depth of field capabilities and the ability to shoot fast without losing sharpness. This iPhone proves you don't need a 5-figure rig to get a great photographer. This camera is going to change the game." Now, we are not saying to throw out your DSLRs and that iPhone replaces all. What we're saying is this is the best camera we have ever made in an iPhone. This is the best camera ever made in any smartphone. For many of the customers who have it, it'll probably be the best camera they've ever owned to date. But more importantly, it allows them to create beautiful pictures with incredible creative tools. So let me show you two more examples taken from the iPhone 7 Plus with its depth of field. Here's another photo. That's absolutely beautiful. One more. It is an incredible tool. It's not for every style of picture you're going to take, but for the ones you want to use it on, it's a pretty big breakthrough. So how will iPhone 7 Plus users get this great feature? Well, simple. It will be a free software update later this year to all iPhone 7 Plus users. So that's the camera. Next, let's talk about the Retina HD display. The Retina HD display is the best display on any smartphone. And an iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, they get even better. They're now 25% brighter than the 6S and 6S Plus. For the first time, they display wide color gamut, that's Cinema P3 standard colors. And we do end-to-end color management, from the manufacturing in the factory to the photos you take with the camera to what you see on the display are all color managed in a beautiful way. And don't forget, we integrate within the Retina HD display our 3D touch layer. This is an important element of the user interface, and in iOS 10, the team has taken great use of this, so we're going to use it more throughout our day in very powerful ways. So we wanted to show you one example of an app taking advantage of all of this, taking advantage of the Retina HD display and its wide color, of the cameras built in iPhone 7, and of course 3D Touch. We want to show you a photo app, and who knows photos and apps better than Instagram? So I'm very excited to bring up Ian Spalter, Head of Design at Instagram. Ian?
Thanks, Phil. Good morning, everybody. I'm excited to share with you what we built to take advantage of this new iPhone's gorgeous wide color screen and dual lens camera. About a month ago, we launched a new product called Instagram Stories, and we've seen people sharing moments ranging from their everyday lives to behind the scenes at the Olympics. So let's jump into the Stories camera using a new 3D Touch Quick Action. Now, the first thing we love about this new iPhone is this beautiful zoom that goes optically to 2x without losing any resolution. We built a new Zoom UI with haptic feedback so you can really feel when you push into that digital zoom. But now let's take a photo. Thank you. Check out how bright and vivid the colors are thanks to the new wide color capture of the new camera. So, photos don't always capture the moment fully. So with a tap of a button, we use the Live Photos API to quickly create a boomerang to bring the moment to life. You can also import your existing live photos to do the same thing. Now this is awesome, but we wanted to go a step further and really take full advantage of this wide color gamut screen. So we built a new filter to do just that by pushing into parts of the color spectrum that just weren't possible with sRGB. So with this new filter, you can see colors pop in a way that you've never seen before. In fact, we've updated all of our photo filters to take advantage of wide gamut. So no matter what your favorite filter is, you're going to be experiencing all of your Instagram photos in full, vibrant color. And finally, once you're happy with what you've created, you can share the moment with friends with a single tap. And then, if one of them replies, our iOS 10 rich notifications show you the image right there in the push notification. So this new version of Instagram will be launching later this year, and we're really excited to see what you all create with Instagram and the new iPhone. Thank you.
6, let's talk about audio. First, we use the built-in speaker in our iPhone all the time. We use it to listen to music, especially with friends. We listen to it to make FaceTime calls, watch TV shows, watch movies, do speakerphone calls. It is critical to our experience with our phones. And the speakers we have built in to iPhone 7 and 7 Plus are a huge jump forward in audio quality. The first time, they're stereo speakers. One is at the bottom, the other is the top. They sound great in portrait and amazing in landscape. They also put out twice the volume of the speakers in the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus, and they sound better because they have an increased dynamic range. So you have to take a listen to these incredible speakers. They really will blow you away. Number 7, EarPods. Apple EarPods are the most popular headphones in the world. And with iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, we're moving to connecting them over Lightning. Well, why over Lightning? Well, first, you may not remember, I certainly do, but from the start, we designed Lightning to be a great digital audio connector. Among all the other things it does, it provides a digital audio stream, it provides power to your headphones or speakers, it provides content music control right within its digital connection. And this may surprise you, but there are now in the world over 900 million Lightning-enabled devices. There's perhaps the largest digital audio connection in the world. And there are speakers and headphones designed to take advantage of it, and they do great things. Here's one example. This is from JBL. This is the Reflect Aware workout headphone. It's lightweight, it's affordable, safely in your Apple Wallet on your iPhone. We're trying to bring it around the world as quickly as we can, and the team is launching new countries this fall. I want to talk about one of them, Japan. Right out here, Japan. You may know that in Japan, out what it's going to cost to get on your route and to be able to pay it automatically with your Apple Watch or your iPhone. So that's Apple Pay. And that takes us to number 10. And honestly, I'm almost embarrassed that we had this one to the last, because this easily could have been the first. It is performance. And if you're paying attention, you know Apple's chip team is killing it in performance. What they're doing year after year is remarkable. Every year, the iPhone is the fastest smartphone in the market, and that's continued even to this day. But what's happening today with iPhone 7 and 7 Plus blows that all away, because we have a new generation chip in the iPhone 7, and it's called A10 Fusion. A10 Fusion is a 64-bit, 4-core processor with over 3.3 billion transistors. It is a rocket ship. First, it has 2 cores that are high-performance cores. These high-performance cores run a full 40% faster than the A9 chip in the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. And if you're coming from an iPhone 6 or 6 Plus, it's twice as fast than the A8. Here's what the team has been doing over the years. The A8 is now 120 times faster than the original iPhone. And look at the last 3 years, from the 5S to the 6, the 6 to the 6S, to now the 7. Doing something core and get longer battery life. So how do we decide what runs on which core? There's a new Apple-designed performance controller that in real time makes sure the correct processes are running for maximum performance or maximum battery life. In addition, we've got amazing graphics in the A10. It's a new GPU. It's a 6-core graphics chip that is 50% faster than the A9 and 3 times faster than the A8. This is remarkable. And it does it, again, with efficiency in mind. 2/3 the power of the A9, half the power of the A8 in graphics. I've got to bring this chart up as well. 240 times faster than the original iPhone. The graphics performance year over year here is staggering. You combine the CPU performance, the graphics performance, all running efficiently, and there is absolutely no question. A10 Fusion is the most powerful chip ever in a smartphone. More importantly for all of us, A10 Fusion is going to enable apps and titles that were simply not possible in mobile devices before. For example, games. This is from Codemasters. It's a new racing game, F1 2016. This is console-level gaming on an iPhone because of A10. It takes advantages of the GPU. It also delivers graphics that use the wide color gamut of the display. It takes advantage of the stereo speakers and utilizes the Taptic engine for a new level of feel when you're driving. This is a breakthrough racing game running on iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. Pro apps benefit as well. This is Adobe Lightroom. Adobe Lightroom running on A10 Fusion delivers 90% of the feature version. I mean, that's incredible. Adobe Lightroom on a phone in your pocket doing raw editing. It's simply incredible. But we want to give you one example of a game running live on the A10 Fusion to show you what it's capable of. So I'm very excited to bring up Heather Price, co-founder of this game studio. Heather?
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.
As mobile game developers, we could not be more excited about the horsepower of the iPhone 7. It's allowing us to create cinematic gameplay experiences that were simply not possible before. This is our new title, Oz Broken Kingdom, an action-packed role-playing game. Now, this isn't the Oz you know. A great darkness has overtaken this once peaceful land. Here we're on the bridge to the witch's castle battling a scarecrow, who in our version of Oz is a very powerful mage. We're able to do things visually on the iPhone 7 that were simply not possible before. Note the real-time reflections, weather effects, all stunning and expensive from a CPU standpoint, but running flawlessly on the iPhone 7. And when Scott casts an earthquake, you'll see we even have been able to add some really cool environmental destruction. Okay, Scott, let's finish this monkey captain off. The Witch has a ton of reinforcements. With the power of metal in the A10 chip, we're able to render over 400 flying monkeys, all at a flawless, flawless frame rate. One of the features we're truly excited about is the wide color display. It is allowing us to create extremely stunning visual effects. Now, although it looks pretty good on the screen, the haptic feedback is allowing us to actually feel big hits, and the stereo sound is pulling us even further into the environment, all leading to an even more visceral connection with our gameplay. All right, Scott, let's cast a tornado and knock her back. Okay, I think it's time to finish her off with Arcane Nova, one of Scarecrow's most powerful abilities. Join us in the epic journey to cast back the darkness when Oz Broken Kingdom launches in the App Store with iPhone 7. Thank you.
Nothing proves performance like 400 flying monkeys. The board. Wi-Fi browsing, 14 and 15 hours. LTE browsing, 12 and 13 hours. Most importantly, our customers are going to be so excited to learn that the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus are the longest battery life ever in an iPhone. And here's another way to think about battery life. If you're upgrading from an iPhone 6S to an iPhone 7, on average, you can expect to get about 2 more hours into your day on your battery life. And that's a meaningful difference. That's on average. Some customers, many more than that. And if you're coming from 6S Plus, which already had great battery life, you'll find an iPhone 7 Plus delivers at least an hour more of battery life on average, and for some customers, again, much more than that. So real battery life improvements that you can feel throughout every single day. So here is iPhone 7. It is packed with unbelievable technologies. The 12-megapixel camera, the large 4.7-inch Retina HD display with wide color gamut, optical image stabilization, a 7-megapixel FaceTime HD camera, a new home button that's solid state and pressure sensitive. It's water and dust resistant, IP67. Stereo speakers delivering twice the audio volume. Incredibly fast A10 Fusion chip. Faster wireless as well, more bands and LTE Advanced up to 450 megabit per second. The longest battery life ever in an iPhone, and all running iOS 10. This is an incredible new iPhone. Add to that iPhone 7 Plus, which is everything iPhone 7 has, plus longer battery life, plus a larger display, and that dual camera that provides zoom and depth of field. All of our iPhones are made in the most environmentally friendly manners possible. They're highly recyclable and without these harmful materials. iPhone 7 is the best phone we've ever made, and we've got a short video to sum it up for you.
This is iPhone 7. It makes all the things you do with your iPhone better, faster, and more powerful. 2 new finishes, black and jet black, highlight its seamless design. A new camera captures shots you never could before. That's because its larger f1.8 aperture, new sensor, and 6-element lens enable brighter, more detailed photos and videos. And optical image stabilization allows for a longer exposure, so you get even better images in low light. The Apple-designed image signal processor analyzes every shot to automatically deliver the very best results. And the Quad LED True Tone Flash illuminates brighter and farther. iPhone 7 Plus also features a telephoto camera. The 2 cameras operate as one, giving you 2 times optical zoom and high-quality imagery when you zoom even farther. The new Retina HD display with a cinema standard wide color gamut is the best and brightest ever on an iPhone. It's also the first iPhone with a stereo speaker system, delivering a powerful, immersive audio experience. The enclosure has been entirely re-engineered to make this the first water-resistant iPhone. It's driven by the A10 Fusion chip, the most powerful chip ever in a smartphone. High performance and high efficiency cores let you do the majority of your tasks at a fraction of the power, giving you the longest battery life of any iPhone. iPhone 7 makes the things you do most even better. It's the best iPhone we've ever made.
There's a complete line of accessories, all new Apple design accessories for iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, new cases, new battery cases, new charging docks, and of course, incredible new AirPods. So, what will iPhone 7 cost? Well, we're really excited to tell you that iPhone 7 costs the same as the iPhone 6S that it replaces, just $649. And it comes in silver, gold, rose gold, black, and the new jet black. In these configurations, no, not these. We've doubled all the storage configurations. So now it's 32 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and 256 gigabytes. And jet black specifically comes on 128 and 256 gig sizes. iPhone 7 Plus starts at $769. It also comes in 32 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and 256 gigabytes, and again, jet black specifically on 128 and 256 gigabytes. So now this is our new iPhone lineup. It starts with iPhone SE. We move the 6S and 6S Plus down to the middle of the line, and at the top of the line, the new iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. We're going to keep two configurations of the 6S and 6S Plus around. We're going to do something we haven't done before. We're going to upgrade the storage in those as well to 32 gigs and 128 gigabytes. We think customers at that price range are going to really appreciate that. Now, we know many of our customers purchase their phones today on installment plans. So here's the pricing with a typical 24-month US carrier installment plan. iPhone SE starts at just $17 a month, iPhone 7 at $27 a month. Last year, we introduced you to a new program from our Apple stores here in the US. It's called the iPhone Upgrade Program. It's a great way to get your iPhone new every year, an unlocked phone with Apple Care at an affordable price. So I want to make a shout out, first of all, to everybody who bought this program last year because you're becoming eligible this year to get your new iPhone. For everyone else, when you're thinking about getting an iPhone this year, realizing the opportunity these people have taken advantage of, you may want to do the same thing so you can get a new iPhone every single year. We're expanding the program to not only the US, but also. So, when can you order your new iPhone 7 or 7 Plus? Orders start this Friday on September 9th. It will start shipping 1 week later on September 16th. The team's working hard to get it to as many customers around the world as possible. On September 16th, we're going to begin with this list of 28 geographies. I hope you find your favorite country there. And 1 week later, 30 more. So again, the team's working very hard to bring these out quickly around the world. iOS 10 becomes available on September 13th. I know we're all going to be upgrading to that as well. And last, the new AirPods will ship in late October and priced at just $159. So that's our news on iPhone. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. What a morning. I hope that you can get a sense from all the details that we've shared, the level of care that we put into the products. This is what we love to do. You've seen some incredible products. iPhone 7, the most advanced iPhone ever. It makes all the things you do so much better. AirPods, helping usher in the future of wireless audio, providing effortless and magical listening experience. And the new Apple Watch Series 2, built-in GPS, incredible water resistance, and a powerful dual-core performance It's the ultimate device for a healthy life. Now, I'd like to take a moment and recognize everyone from Apple that worked so hard to bring these products to market. Please stand up. It is an inspiration. It's an inspiration and a privilege to have the opportunity to work with all of you. You know, the Bill Graham Auditorium is a legendary music venue. Music is at the core of our DNA. It deeply inspires and moves us. So stay right where you are, because today we are honored to have an amazing artist join us. She is not only a remarkable and talented singer, but she's an incredible songwriter, writing for both herself and for many other artists. She's been headlining the biggest music festivals all over the world, and she is currently topping the charts, holding #1 on Airplay. Her new song and video premiered on Apple Music earlier this week, and she is here to perform it live for the very first time. Please join me in welcoming Sia. guys are wonderful. You are so wonderful. Members of the press, there is an unbelievable hands-on area to your right. Please check it out and get your hands on these products. Thank you.
I've been thinking too much.